All right, good morning. It's Miss Betty on Pond Ridge. How are you today? And guess what I am doing? First of all, we're going to end the debate. Yes, you need to clean your chicken. And yes, you need to take the yellow off the leg. A lot of people do not like to buy a whole chicken because it is indeed more work. And this chicken is still a little frozen because I like to clean my chicken when it's not warm and slimy, because that feels yucky. So I am actually getting ready to clean an entire chicken, and I use a pair of really nice kitchen shears because this really helps get the job done. I take it, and I wished I had my camera in a better position, so give me a minute and I'll be back. Okay, so I got a phone call and I wasn't able to show you all the exact techniques that I use to clean my chicken, but I did show you that I had a whole chicken, and I normally take my chicken and cut it in half. And you see how clean that chicken is in the inside? That's because I take out all that slivery liver stuff. I take out all those extra little baby bones, and I clean this chicken but to perfection. So when you eat this chicken, you will not mind eating it. So I have two half pieces, and I clean them both the same way. And then when I get ready to bake my chicken, I'll just simply lay them in the pan. And sometimes what I do is I will kind of like sear them on both sides to brown them a little bit. It just depends on how much work you want to do and how much you want to touch that chicken. Now, I can't eat everybody's chicken, even though we do. But we know they don't clean them. But when you eat Miss Betty's chicken, you can eat it to the bone. Look at that chicken. I want you to take note how clean that chicken is inside. Look at all that. There's no yuck in there. So when somebody say to you, do we need to wash our chicken and clean it? I would say yes, because I have bought chicken at Costco's. I have bought chicken at Sam's. And all this stuff is still inside the chicken. See all that stuff? It's inside the chicken. And I was like, okay, now I can't eat the chicken because that's too much garbage. So today I wanted to just kind of show you how I clean my chicken. And then I'm going to go ahead and show you how I'm going to prepare this chicken, because it is going to be baked chicken. And it's much easier if you buy a whole chicken to cut it in half, so that it looks like this. I took off all the extra skin. I took off all the extra fat. See, there's nothing extra on this chicken. It's just nice and meaty. I'm gonna let it dry. I'm gonna season it. And this is gonna be good. So all the extra fat, all this stuff like that, take that off your chicken. You don't want that. You want your chicken to be nice. You want it to be clean, and you want to be able to eat it to the bone because you know it is clean. All right, this is Miss Betty, and on Pond Ridge, I have been demonstrating to you how to clean a chicken. I would have showed you all the yuck and stuff, but of course, I got a phone call while I was recording, so I had to stop. And, but this chicken is really nice. I'll take a picture so you can also see it. Bye-bye. You make it a great day. Okay, so this is Miss Betty, and I'm back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I'm going to sear my chicken. I have a little oil in the bottom of my pan, some canola oil. I'm letting it get hot. Meanwhile, I've taken all of my favorite seasonings. I have Lawry, lemon pepper, paprika, that helps with the browning. I have a tad bit of onion salt. I have some Sazon, just to give it a little kick. I've added some black pepper, and of course, slap your mama. What I've done is I've taken it and I've mixed it all in a bowl, and then I take my little whisk and I just blend it all together so that all of my seasonings are all blended together. I'm going to take this and I'm going to rub it on the chicken. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you exactly how I sear this chicken before I get him ready for the oven. So today we are doing baked chicken on Fawn Ridge. I wanted to show you how to clean a chicken, how you could buy a whole chicken, which is much cheaper, and then you clean it. And then you cut it in half. But if you do not want to do a whole chicken, then certainly just buy your chicken breast or buy your thighs or buy whatever your favorite chicken is, and you use the same process. You clean that chicken. Make sure that it's dry. Make you a seasoned blend. Rub it on your chicken. And if you just want to give it a head start to make it pretty and brown, then you can also just sear it in the oil, as I am going to do in a little bit. So I'm going to season my chicken. I'll come back and I'll put it in the skillet, okay? This is Miss Betty on Fawn Ridge, and we're learning today how to make our own chicken, how to cook our own food. You can do this. Honestly, I will not lie to you. This is much more work, but it's much more tastier. So I just want to show you how, if you want to be that cook. Everybody do not want to be that cook. They just want the fast route. So, but I'm going to show you how Miss Betty do it. So I got my oil ready, and I'm going to start with my first half of chicken. And if you can see, I've seasoned him both on both sides. And now we're just simply going to put him in the skillet. Make sure your oil is hot. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but we're going to let it sear on both sides until it's brown. And normally you should start with the skin side down to get that brown first, but I kind of put that in upside down. So what we're going to do is we're going to brown this. I do have it in canola oil. You can use olive oil, or you can use the oil of your preference, because remember I said that cooking is a choice. I show you how to cook, and then you use the items that you like to use to cook the chicken, okay? So once my chicken get brown and I put it in the skillet, I'm going to spray it with a little Pam, and then I'm going to add some Italian seasoning, and I think I'll just add a bay leaf on there just for color, and that's going to give it a lot more flavor. Now you use the seasonings of your choice, but this is what I do when I bake my chicken, and yes, it is a lot of work. So I'll go ahead and we'll let that cook for a minute, and then I'll come back and show you my progress. Alright, so my chicken has seared really nice. It's a real pretty brown. And while it was doing that, I got me a pan and I added some layers of celery and diced onions, sliced onions on the bottom, because that's going to give me my flavor. And this is what my chicken looks like. Show you. See how pretty and brown that is? Pretty and brown. And that's the first half. I'm going to lay it in the pan like such. And when I get my next half done, I'll lay it on the other side. And it is going to be oven ready. So let's go ahead and put our next piece in. Of course, it's all seasoned. And we just drop it in. And this time I'm going to drop it in with the skin side down. And let that brown first. Then I'll turn it over and we'll get it ready. We'll put it in the pan. It looks like this. It is nowhere near done, but it is already pretty and oven ready. Okay? So that is what we are showing you today, is how to sear your chicken before you bake it. Give it a pretty coating, a nice brown. Everybody will not want to do this because, again, I will not lie to you. It is a lot of work. But when you cook, it is also a lot of fun. And so today is my day back in the kitchen, and I was like, well, I need a project. So that's what I'm making. And we'll let it brown. Turn it over, put it in the pan. I did take the bottom of my pan and I layered it with celery and with onion. And when I'm ready to put it in the oven, I'll take this real nice leafy part and I'll just put it on top of my chicken. I'll cover it with a tent, and with the tent I do mean a piece of foil, okay? And we'll get that started for you here in a moment. All right, so I am back. I have my chicken ready. It is now oven ready. I have both halves that I have browned and seared. And I just put a piece of celery on top. Isn't that pretty? And I'm going to spray it with Pam. You can buy seasoned Pam if you like, but this is just going to aid in the browning. So I sprayed a little bit of that on top. I'm going to sprinkle a few little Italian seasoning, like such. And maybe I'll just add a bay leaf, just one. You can use fresh bay leaves, or you can just use the ones in the bottle, in the, you know, the seasoning container. I use that because I don't use it a lot. So just take it, add it there. That gives it an extra flavor. Now this chicken is ready, oven ready. La la. It's pretty. I have it in a preheat. I'm going to put it in a preheated oven on 375 degrees. It will probably take this chicken a good 2 hours to finish baking because it is a pretty nice sized chicken. I want it to be nice, pretty, and brown and tender. And later I'll just post a picture of the chicken, but I showed you how to clean the chicken. I showed you how I get my chicken oven ready. It's so pretty. It is now oven ready. And we're going to have this for dinner today with some pinto beans and some buttered noodles. How about that? That sounds pretty good. All right, so this is Miss Betty on Farm Ridge, and today I showed you how to clean a whole chicken, how to cut it in half, how to sear it, season it, and get it oven ready. Before I put it in the oven, I'm going to put a tent on my chicken. So this is my tent, just a foil tent. Put it on loosely, not very tight, on both sides, all four sides. And then I'm going to stick it in the oven, and it's going to cook until it's done. There's no need for me to look. There's nothing to look at. Once it starts to cook, you will smell it, and you'll know that it's almost done. But we're going to give this chicken probably 2 hours on 375. Be nice and tender. It's going to fall off the bone. This is Miss Betty. I've been cooking on Farm Ridge. You go and make yourself a nice day. And remember what Tabitha said. If you're not having a good day, don't you dare go ruining nobody else's bad day. You replace negative with positive and be encouraged. We love you.